Paris, cara, carum, dear. But to be clear, this is dear with a D-E-A-R, something special to you. Do you, for a long time. Do you know what I mean when I say to you that some Latin adverbs are hard to learn? Do you see what I'm talking about? Do you is just one of those adverbs. You'll be learning it for a long time. Do you? Habeo, habere, habui, habitum. To have, to hold. B and V are consonants that you'll often see interchanged as sounds in languages. If you switch this B out for a V, you've got our English have. Yuwa, yuware, yuwi, yutum. To help. Laudo, laudere, laudavi, laudatum. To praise. You'll often hear people praised with applause. Laude, praise the noun, is a word you might hear around graduation time, if and when you graduate with honors, whether those honors are magna or summa or just cum laude with praise. Congratulations. Good work. Maneo, manere, mansi, mansum. To stay or to remain. I use remain to remind me what maneo, manere means. Mortuus, mortua, mortuum. Dead. Death, dying, dead. You'll always associate with this stem M-O-R-T. Nemo, nemesis, no one, nobody. Nemo, of Finding Nemo, seems to be named for the Latin word for nobody. How might we think of that fish tale differently if we considered it as finding nobody? Nihil. Oftentimes you can't hear that H in the middle of nihil's two I's, and you're left with nil. Nil is the English equivalent to nothing, to zero. That's what nihil is. Quis, quis, quid. Who? Who? What? Remember, we've seen adjectives that have identical forms in the masculine and feminine nominative singular. Quis is a pronoun, and it, like those adjectives, is indistinguishable in the masculine and feminine. When describing things, we ask the question, what? If you think about it, it kind of makes sense that quis does not distinguish between masculine and feminine. If you're asking, who is it? You don't know, do you? Whether they're masculine or feminine. Specto, spectare, spectavi, spectatum. To look at, to watch. Just as spectators watch a sporting event, or we inspect things to make sure that they're safe. There's all sorts of concentrated looking associated with this spect root, both in English and in Latin. Teneo, tenere, tenui, tentum, to hold. Tent is a word that we associate with camping, but add an A to it and we get tentative. If we're tentative about whether we'll participate, we're on hold. We haven't quite made the decision yet. The content of that sandwich is overwhelming. It holds a whole lot between those two buns. Terra, terrae, land, country. Terra has all sorts of derivatives in English. Terra is in the word terrestrial. As a Gen Xer, one of my favorite movies growing up was entitled E.T., short for an alien referred to as the extraterrestrial. This helps me remember what extra means in Latin as well. To be extraterrestrial is to be out of the world, like alien life forms would be. Terreo, terere, terui, teritum, to scare. We'll oftentimes think of this verb in combination with another T verb, timeo. Timeo, timere, timui, to be afraid, causes us to realize that our word timid has to do with fear, just like our word terror has to do with scaring. Of course, we associate the two. They're kind of two sides of the same scary coin. Video, videre, we see, wisum. I see you, kitty. Video and visual are both really important roots in English. Note that they often have prepositional prefixes in each of the two languages. Until next time, Wale.